Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Draw with T, or Draw with Tay. I'm batch recording all the audios for the next handful of episodes, so I don't know yet what we've decided. In fact, it's quite possible that it could be months before anybody actually really comments enough for me to know. Anyways, today I'm not drawing anatomy, as you saw there. I'm going to be drawing more of a character of mine. This character is named Stormscreech, and she's a Hippogriff. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. So, Stormscreech is a character from, a personal project of mine called Calasmere. Well, I'm calling it Calasmere because that's the world that it's set in. The title may change, but it's basically a fantasy story. And by fantasy story, I mean it was just going to be a one-volume graphic novel / webcomic back in my third year of art college, and it's been a couple years since then, and it has bloated into probably becoming 40 episodes of a animation, maybe? I mean, I don't have any funding or anything for it now. We're in the very, very early days. But I've been, planning out the story, and, I've been like, gosh, there's just so much here, and I've been waffling for a while on whether it's an animation or a comic, and I much prefer storyboarding than I do comics. I don't know why. It's just something I enjoy more. It becomes a lot easier to me, and I thought, finally, kind of decided it's going to be storyboards, animatics. Hopefully I can find some people to work on it, otherwise I'll be at this for my entire life, but it's not a terrible thing to be at for my life. But when I say 40 episodes, I don't mean like 5-minute episodes. I'm kind of thinking 40 episodes of like 20 to 30 minutes in length. Not quite sure yet. I've never actually written episodes like this, so I'm just kind of guesstimating at this point. Anyways, so Stormscreech is one of the main characters. She's sort of the least important of the four main characters. She is the mount and best friend of one of the main characters, who is named Tristan. And Tristan is actually a girl. She was named a boy for reasons. I don't know how deep I want to go into the story. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm really going to talk about during these episodes, whether it's going to be what I'm drawing or just kind of life and stuff in general, but okay, let's go into it. So Tristan's called Tristan because her dad assumed that Tristan was going to be a boy, and, name just kind of stuck, even after she was born a girl. So anyways, Tristan wants to be a knight, and it's a fantasy story. It's actually a queer fantasy story. It's a lesbian romance. It's fun, epic. It's got slapstick. It's got, like I said, romance, a little bit of drama, lots and lots and lots and lots of action. There's like a dragon, there's a ghost dragon, there's ghosts, there's knights, there's fire, there's forests, there's magic, there's towers, there's an evil lich king, there's griffins, there's a awesome transgender duke. Yeah, and she's magical, because, freaking magic. Heck yeah. So in this world, knights ride either hippogriffs or griffins, and I kind of just throw that term griffin around to mean basically any winged, beaked griffin / hippogriff creature. So Stormscreech is Tristan's mount and best friend, and of the group, Stormscreech is probably the most badass character, which is very, very fun. So here, I'm just kind of drawing her and kind of refreshing how to draw her. Now, something that I really suck at is animals. That's just something we never really covered in my time at art college, which is actually art university because I was there 4 years, and I have a degree, and yeah, I've actually got 2 pieces of paper from my time at art university. Normally you go in for 1, but I got 2. I got one that's actually my degree, and then one that's an award, which is pretty freaking cool. But I'm not here to talk about the award. I'm here to talk about Stormscreech. So yeah, I suck at animals, and we didn't really cover animals at all in college, like at all humans. If you wanted to do animals, you'd have to wait until your 4th year to really pitch an idea. So, needless to say, because I wasn't really an animal artist, I continue to suck at them to this day. So, Stormscreech has always presented a problem because I'm not gonna not include things in my story just because I can't draw them. There was maybe a point in my life, my young life, when I would have done that. These days, no. It's now an excuse to get better at those things, but first you gotta suck, right? And I wouldn't say this page sucks at all. I'm quite happy with it, but here you can see I'm mainly just focusing on the face and just kind of the neck, and right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out the profile of Stormscreech, because I used to envision her as kind of having a cockatiel, or is it cockatoo? Sorry people, I'm not a bird person, please forgive me. I know birds are the big thing right now, please forgive me. But basically I envisioned her having this crest, and then the crest wasn't working with the ears, and I thought, well, maybe I should take it away, or maybe a little tuft of hair, and so, those silhouettes for me trying to figure out how much of a tuft, if all, at all. I still don't know if I solved it, but the thing with character design, doing main characters and stuff, at least for me, I find it takes a long time. I'm not going to get it in one session. Even if that session was an entire 24-hour day, it's just not happening. It almost needs time to soak and decanter. So that's just kind of what I'm doing here. But you can tell I'm very much focusing on the face. For one reason, it's really late, and for another reason, I'm trying to get used to the design. And I'm also just practicing, because the only way you can get consistent faces is to draw them over and over and over again. Also, I'm testing the camera, let me just draw some of my own art. Let's just see how it shows up. I didn't want all my episodes to be just anatomy studies, and typically I do a 30-minute anatomy study before I do art, just kind of as a warm-up. So I actually did episode 1 previous to this, and then this was recorded much later into the same evening of the same day. So I was quite tired, and you'll kind of see here as we get to the last couple drawings. I really like that sketch I just did right now. Sorry, that was an interruption. What was I saying? Gosh, sorry, this happens a lot. Oh yeah, these last few drawings, they're gonna take a little while longer, and they're gonna be maybe not as great. They're gonna be things I often draw, just because I'm falling back on the things that I often, draw when I'm tired. Because I'm tired. Actually, I quite like the one that I'm doing here. Now, you can tell that I start with a ball. I, for some reason, add the eyebrows first. And sometimes I'll often erase the eyebrows and then make them even more extreme. I don't know why, it's just something I do, especially lately. Because lately I kind of leveled up my cartooning game. And I learned a couple tricks on how to make eyes and stuff a lot better. Yes, I am dark-haired, if you were wondering. Are we going to do a face reveal? It's not going to be all that epic, the face reveal. I don't have a great face, and you can actually, without too much effort, you can probably find my face on Instagram or wherever, between my friends occasionally posting my face and my face getting posted. Yeah, it's not all that exciting. But if you guys want to build up to a face reveal video, we can do that. I'll probably end up just revealing my face at some point. Why are we talking about my face? You're not here for my face, you're here for art. Alright, so yeah, what I'm about to draw is a terrible, terrible hand, and I feel like I gotta explain what I'm about to draw. Like any artist who's insecure, I've gotta, explain like I'm guilty of something. So Stormscreech here is supposed to be making that hand symbol that you do when you are mocking somebody, and it's like blah 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 blah. Meh, 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 meh. So yeah, she's kind of doing the up and down motion, but I didn't draw it very well. And yeah, need to work on hands again. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just gotta erase some of the smearing that was happening. I'm using a new sketchbook. I've never used this brand before. It's by Arteza. It's not actually a Moleskine, guys. I know, it looks like a Moleskine, but it ain't a Moleskine. It's an Arteza book. I gotta say, maybe I'll do a full review down the road, but I freaking love this. I was using Moleskine. How many Moleskines do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. I've maybe filled 15 Moleskines. And I quite like certain aspects of the Moleskine. I wouldn't call myself a Moleskine head or anything. It's not really the brand that I love. It's just, I like that book-bound notebook. I like the A4, is it? I think it's A4 size versus 8.5 by 11. Really like the rounded corners and all that, and the pocket in the back. And Arteza is finally the first company to actually take them on, and they deliver really, really good. The big difference, though, between them and Moleskine is their paper, which tends to be a lot toothier. And I'm still adjusting that. You get some really rich, dark colors just using a standard HB pencil, which I'm doing, which is, from Club Moo. So if any of you have any idea what Club Moo is, Club Moo people, that's us. It's an ancient pencil from my elementary days. But yeah, it does smear a lot more, and I'm not sure how my sketchbooks are going to hold up over time, but I guess, time will tell on that front. What was I even talking about? Going off on Arteza sketchbooks. Let's get back to talking about Stormscreech. Something I really suck at is drawing these open maws, as I call them, and they always the cheeks and the back of the head just get way too warped when I do this. And I also just struggle with the lower jaw, so, you gotta always improve. I forgive myself, it was late at night, and also, one of the best ways of not caring about terrible sketches? Draw more. I'm not even joking. If you're somebody who only fills one sketchbook a year or less, fill 4. I know it's hard, you'll have to build up to it, but it's a very quick way of no longer caring about one sketch on one page. It's, if you do 50 sketches a year, of course you're going to care and have all this pressure that they're the best. If you fill 400 pages, good luck even remembering everything you drew. You're just going to remember the highlights, or, you're not going to care about the bad ones. I mean, a good way of improving is to draw 100 of something. You suck at hands, draw 100 hands from reference. After that, you'll get better. You might not be the best, but you'll get better. I did that once for feet. Holy crap, for the next 2 years after that, my feet were amazing. Not my actual feet, but feet I drew. I could probably stand to do another round of 100 feet and 100 hands, but, one thing at a time. I'm working my way through the Hampton book, so, yeah. And we're getting to the end of the page. I'm just doing a little inquisitive Stormscreech here. This is one of my more favorite sketches on the page, although the back of the head anatomy kind of gets a bit wonky, and this is where the tiredness really was starting to get to me, and I was just like, oh man, I kind of want to go to bed now. It's late. I've been up. I'm having fun drawing this stuff, but yeah, I'm out of ideas. The camera's rolling. Better just throw some crap down, and I want to go to bed. But I was starting to incorporate Stormscreech's hand, claw. I don't know. She's a 4-legged creature. She can't talk, but I want to design her anatomy in such a way that she can kind of do stuff like what I just drew there. That sort of like, huh? Or the me hand movement that kind of looks like Pac-Man, and that sort of stuff, because I really want the character to emote. And back when I was considering doing Calasmere as a comic, I had already decided that I wanted Stormscreech to speak through images. So there'd be a little speech bubble, and there'd be little, not quite emojis, but, little icons, and those would express whatever she was thinking, rather than words. Occasionally she might squawk or something, but it was mainly going to be that, and, just let the viewer decide what she's saying. So it was always important that she was able to emote. And here's one little doodle of her laughing, I believe it is. Yeah, I like kind of how I do the top of the beak, but the bottom, yeah, it needs work. Definitely needs work. And you gotta, here's my advice to any young artists who are watching this, and you're hard on yourself. You've got to draw the crap. If you don't like your drawing, identify the parts you don't like, and then be like, hey, I don't want to suck at this anymore, let's go study insert thing here. So maybe I would go and study bird beaks, if I wanted to really improve that. And then once I kind of had an idea of how bird beaks were, I'd probably go find cartoon examples. So, look at Disney or DreamWorks or, whoever who's drawn birds and bird beaks. Look at how other people do griffins. Draw some of their stuff. Don't post it and say it's yours, obviously. But yeah, and then try it again. And, if it worked, yay. And if it didn't, well, more study, right? You gotta study. Yeah, it's study, or you gotta reinvent the wheel. And are you gonna waste your time reinventing the wheel, or are you just gonna go get a wheel? Or, the schematics of how to do a wheel. And I think this is maybe the last drawing that I did for the set. Must be. Yeah, so you can kind of see from the top to the bottom, there is kind of a shift in how the character looks. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I like the way the bottom has shifted. And that was something I was thinking after I drew the page, but sometimes you just gotta draw. Figure out, you start straying in a direction you don't like, and at least you have the earlier sketches you can deconstruct and work from again. So, I can look at the top and be like, okay, what face structure is working here that isn't working in the bottom, and, carry it on forward. And yeah, there we go. I've signed it. We are done. And let's zoom in and take a look at it. Yeah, and again, unedited, so we're going to do this once. We're going to do it twice. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, whatever. I'm a new channel. Every single one of you subscribing means a lot. Bye!